Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you are here? Why you were given this brief spark of existence in an infinite universe? Out of billions of possibilities, you became real, conscious, alive. This is not an accident, and it is not meaningless. Existence is a mystery that invites you to participate in it. It asks you not for passive observation, but for active creation. Life is not something that happens to you. Life is something that happens through you. You are not just a spectator of time. You are a creator of meaning, a shaper of destiny, a sculptor of the self. The ancient philosophers knew that the first step toward wisdom is awareness. To become aware that time is passing, to become aware that every breath carries you closer to your final moment, is to awaken to the urgency of living fully. Time is the most precious currency you will ever own, and unlike money, it cannot be earned back once it is spent. Every wasted hour is a chapter of your life thrown away. But this realization is not meant to crush you with fear. It is meant to ignite you with purpose. You may not control the length of your life, but you can always shape its depth. Think of how often we drift through days on autopilot, repeating routines without reflection, living as if tomorrow is guaranteed. But the truth is, tomorrow is never promised. The only time you will ever truly own is now. This present moment is your canvas, and every choice you make is a brushstroke. The masterpiece of your life is not painted someday. It is painted today, in the ordinary decisions you make, in the courage you summon. Philosophy is not some abstract exercise locked away in dusty books. It is a practical compass for living. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what is within our control and to let go of what is not. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that people may be unkind, the world may be unfair, fortune may be cruel, and yet none of this can take away his freedom to live with integrity. Epictetus, once a slave, taught that true freedom is not the ability to do whatever you want, but the ability to remain undisturbed by whatever happens. What if you live this way, with an unshakable inner fortress that no storm of life could destroy? Eastern traditions remind us of another truth, that suffering is not an enemy, but a teacher. The Buddha taught that pain is inevitable, but suffering is the extra weight we attach to pain by resisting it, by fighting reality instead of flowing with it. When you stop wishing life were easier and instead embrace life as it is, you discover an unexpected freedom. Pain becomes a doorway to growth. Hardship becomes a chance to deepen your understanding. The river of life carries you forward, and when you stop fighting its current, you can begin to swim with grace. Existentialist philosophers went even further. They said the universe may not have an inherent meaning waiting for you, but that does not mean life is empty. It means you are free to carve meaning from the raw material of existence. Viktor Frankl, who survived the horrors of the concentration camps, discovered that even in the darkest of conditions, humans can endure if they find a purpose worth suffering for. He wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost any how." This is not just philosophy. This is survival. This is transformation. So ask yourself, what is your why? What is the fire inside you that can withstand the storms of life? Perhaps it is love. Perhaps it is creation. Perhaps it is the desire to serve, to learn, to build, to heal. Whatever it is, find it. Hold it close. Let it guide you when the nights are long and the path is unclear. Think of the challenges you face. Every hardship you encounter is not a wall, but a doorway. Pain refines you. Struggle strengthens you. Failure is not the end of the road, but the soil from which resilience grows. A seed must break apart before it becomes a tree. Likewise, you too must break through comfort and resistance in order to grow into the person you are meant to become. Stop asking for an easy life. Ask instead for the strength to endure a difficult one with courage. It is through difficulty that greatness is born. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Who will you be? That person is not determined by fate, not decided by chance. That person is shaped by what you choose today, by the habits you cultivate, the thoughts you entertain, the courage you show. Your future self is begging you not to waste this moment. Every action today is a gift or a burden you are placing in the hands of the person you are becoming. But motivation alone is not enough. Action is what transforms philosophy into reality. Do not wait for perfect conditions. There are none. Do not wait until you feel ready. Readiness is a myth. Begin now with what you have, where you are. Start small, but start with intention. Each step compounds. Each effort builds. And one day you will look back and see that the mountain you thought impossible has been climbed by consistent, determined steps. And yet remember this: success is not only about external achievement. You can win the world and still lose yourself. True success is inner alignment, living in accordance with your values, creating a life that reflects the deepest truths of your being. The applause of others will fade, the trophies will gather dust, but the integrity of your own soul is eternal. Ask yourself not only what you want to accomplish, but also who you want to become. The journey is not just about goals, but about character, not only about reaching, but about becoming. There will be times when you stumble, when doubts overwhelm you, when the darkness feels too heavy to walk through. In those moments, remember, even the darkest night is finite, and even the smallest flame pushes back the shadows. Do not underestimate the power of persistence. The river cuts through the rock not by force, but by relentless flow. Let your determination be like that river, gentle at times, fierce at others, but always moving forward. Gratitude, too, is a force of transformation. We often focus so much on what we lack that we fail to see the abundance already present in our lives. Gratitude is not denial of struggle. It is recognition that within struggle there is still beauty, still moments of joy, still reasons to keep moving. Gratitude grounds you, reminding you that even when the world feels chaotic, there is always something worth cherishing, always something worth fighting for. So what will you do with this life? Will you drift or will you rise? Will you let fear dictate your choices, or will you face fear and act anyway? Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is walking forward despite it. Purpose is not found in comfort. It is discovered in effort, in risk, in stepping into the unknown. Do not wait for meaning to arrive. Create it through the way you live. In the end, all philosophy points to this truth. You are free. Free to think, free to act, free to shape your path. Freedom is not the absence of limits. It is the awareness that within your limits, infinite choices remain. You cannot control when your story will end, but you can always control how it is written. Make it a story worth telling, a story that reflects courage, wisdom, and love. When your last day arrives, and it will, What will you see? Will you look back with regret at the chances you never took, the dreams you left unlived? Or will you look back with peace, knowing you gave your all, that you lived fully, that you did not waste the miracle of existence? The choice is yours here and now. Do not wait. Begin today. Live with courage. Live with purpose. Live with meaning. Because in the grand silence of the universe, your voice matters. In the endless darkness of space, your light matters. You were born against impossible odds, and that makes you extraordinary. So rise, step into the challenge of existence. Make your life a testament to the power of resilience, to the beauty of wisdom, to the strength of the human spirit. You are here. You are alive.
And that is enough reason to begin.